Ellie, brilliant fight. Congratulations. Really, really happy. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel really good. I think it were a good 6 rounds banked against a really tough girl. She was durable. I think just takes me on to the next one now.
Chris, what do you think?
I think same as you, nobody can really appreciate, and it'd be too long for me to speak on this microphone to go into words of what's gone off this week. You wouldn't believe it if I told you think it were made up. But we and Bella have had so much contend with as a team with this girl because she came in absolutely unprepared, not unprepared, but off weight. We should have been boxing for a WBF world title tonight. That went yesterday, last night at 9:30. So you think we've had to contend with all that and then get in the ring and do a 6 round when we box for a 10 rounder. So it's very difficult for the fighter to do that. So as way she is, you know yourself, Maddie, she lives in the gym. She's there 2-3 times a day with me every day, doesn't miss a day. So she can dance around that ring and make them look foolish for 50 rounds, never mind 6 or 10. So I'm ultimately proud of her. I love her to bits. She's like my little gem. I can't say any more words about it than I've already said. But what I will say is, we're unbeaten by 1. We're a 2-time world champion unified. We're going for that WBF September 3rd, and then the next one will be November 18th, and we'll go for WIBA. We're already ranked number 6, so we'll get that, and we'll try and get to number 4 in the world. And then we get to number 4, then we'll see what happens with the interesting part is what we've already had interest of. So we'll see what happens after that. But brilliant performance. For me, took a couple of close rounds, but won most rounds. Like Ian scored it perfect, I thought. So I'm proud of her. I love her to bits. She's my little diamond.
Thank you so much.
Ian, what did you think of that one then?
Well, as Chris said, that she lives in the gym, and you can see the proof that she lives in the gym. The way she moves around that ring, and that takes some doing to move around and move round and round and round and round. That takes some fitness. So she's a very fit girl, and that other girl is obviously, you could tell she's world class, right? But try as she might, she could not pin her down. That's what she was trying to do. She was trying to pin her down to have a fight with her, right? So she's done ever so well there by kicking her toe. Me personally, I'd just like to, it's not criticism, it's just a bit of advice. I'd like her to sit down a little bit more on her punch. She's got a ramrod jab, like I know. She's obviously got some power there. And I'd just like to see her sit down a little bit and throw them good shots, straight shots, bang, 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 and then get back on her toes. Because obviously, people want to try and pin her down for a fight, but she's very elusive. And use that to your advantage. But no, I'd just like to see her sit down. There's a couple of times she's done it, boom, boom, and let that ramrod jam come out, like I know. But I'm sure though, I know that they go back to the gym and work on that.
Ian, we spoke about that, Justin. It's right what we say. I mean, after the first round, I says to you, Belle, didn't I?
Yeah.
I says, don't go back foot, take centre foot, take middle at ring, push her back, and then when she lands up ropes, then go to town with 1-2, 1-2, which we did it and we landed it. But like Ian says, it weren't every round. But I always say the same to her: a boring fight, but a good win is the fight I like. I'm not that bothered about a war because she don't box a war. She boxes a boxing bout. That's what she does. So we'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll do what Ian said, because I agree. We need to sit down on that 1-2 a lot more.
Yeah, to hit people a bit more spikes.
You know, the main thing is you don't get it. You hit them a few times around. You win every round, and I'm happy as days with that.
But that's a good point, actually. I mean, obviously, the art of the game is to hit and not get hit. And of course that is fine, because exactly what she's doing, she's not getting hit much. I think that's why that girl was very frustrated, because she felt that she was winning the fight by just keep coming forward. Well, of course you keep going forward, but if you're not landing nothing, you're not winning, you know. And she just caught within a few more shots. I think she was just frustrated that she was doing all the chasing, but she wasn't getting rewarded. You see, but no, it's a good win. Like I said, that was a good opponent. You know, but she couldn't pin her down, and that's what she's very good at. Well done.
I mean, I'll just finish off in saying, like, I appreciate that, what Ian said, and I especially appreciate the fact saying that it's another good opponent, it's another ranked opponent. I think for the last 5-6 fights, Ellie has had ranked opponents, world ranked. And she's fighting the girls what Savannah Marshall, Anna Rankin, Clarissa Shields have all fought. So if we're doing the same things that they're doing, and we're beating them as well as they're beating them, then what more can we be saying that we'd be happier than Belle doing that? You know, she's from Worksop and she's fighting the same girls as these girls. So for that, that's absolutely fantastic for me. So we're in good company, we'll stay in good company, and we'll keep making friends in that company. That's where we'll go.
Really are putting Worksop on the map here for boxing, absolutely. How does it feel knowing you're ranked among some of the greatest female boxers?
Yeah, I think it's hard to put that into words. It's like hard to like know what you are, but I can't do it without this man next to me. That's all I want to say. Like, he does so much for me inside, outside the gym, and he like everything he's gone through this week for me, and like all the time and effort nobody sees it. It's my training partner throughout the whole camp. Pushes me when I can't. Like mentally, looks after me so much when I struggle, and I couldn't do it without you.
You push me mentally when you're like that. Bloody hell. So, God, yeah, it is hard. It's never easy. And Ian's been through it as a boxer. Training camps are not easy. This has been a 16-week training camp for a 10-round fight for a WBF world title. Imagine that all dropping off on the night before the show. Imagine what she has to deal with emotionally, mentally. It's hard. And then she's still got to come in here, get her on the game and box a good girl like Ian says. It's not easy. So you have to give every credit to Belle for doing that, because that's the most difficult thing in the world to deal with. So that's the biggest victory for you, and it is. It's massive.
I must say, credit to you for keeping your cool throughout that fight. Could see it was getting tense in there. What's going through your head in moments like that?
Well, the only reason I didn't do it back is because I could hear Chris in my ear. Don't play into it. Don't go like. Because I've had people like that before. They just get annoyed because they miss a lot. But if I do it back, I think I'd get caught with the same shot.
Yeah, so. It goes back to what you said, Ian. A lot of these you've left the last few fights.
Yes.
They all get frustrated with her.
Because they can't pin her down.
So they start baiting her in. They start saying, "Come on in, come on in." Yes. They want you to come and make it easy for them. Just do what you're doing. Do what you're doing. Just fuck them off. Sorry, excuse my French. Keep them on the back foot. Make them frustrated. They're going to burn nervous energy and
then strike.
Strike.
I'd like to see her strike a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then get back on and be nice and elusive and coming again. You know, that's just.
And I will do that for next time, definitely.
Good. Take it all on board, kid.
Yeah. I appreciate the advice so much.
If you get advice off a guy such as
a guy like Ian, bloody hell.
We're always going to absorb it.
Yeah, I know a little bit about the game.
1,000,000%. Like in all, look at him.
Exactly. Well done.
Thank you so much.
The crazy thing, you're still so young. The world is literally at your feet right now. You could do anything with your life right now. I bet you must be so proud of her.
I'm beyond proud. I think pride doesn't say enough about her for me. I mean, you lot know you're in the gym. You know how much I love her to bits. You know how much I care for her. She's like my best friend. She lives and breathes it with me. She puts up everything with me, and it's very difficult. So if you have to think about all that, you know, we're tight as chips, and we'll always be that way. But I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors, because they have to put up with what we ask them to do, and they always support us. And without them, we'd be lost. So a huge thank you to all your sponsors. There's so many of them, you can list them.
Yeah, so thanks to KC Sofas, Priory Carpets, Partick Motorspares, WIT, Tower Air, and then Ryan Birkin, who sponsored this bout, and my grandma and granddad.
There you go.
I just said, Chris, that, I know a little bit about Ellie's story, and that's another great thing about boxing. The stories it produces. You know, I mean, this kid's had a bit of a tough life, and she's turned it around. She's turned it around through this boxing, and that's another thing that I just can't express enough.
That's what it's all about.
It's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Thank you.
Well
Thank
done.
you for that. I appreciate it.
Because you inspire the young kids.
Yeah.
You see, because you've had a bit of a tough time.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
and it just goes to show you that you can do something with your life through sport. I'm not just saying just boxing, right? But sport is such a good thing for kids. Unbelievable. It's great for me. It's great for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know. So there you go. Just like a kid like adding that, because you know boxing gets a lot of bad press, but when you get success stories like this,
I wouldn't be
so
here today
important.
without the boxing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that, don't you?
You know.
I definitely wouldn't be here today without boxing. Without Chris, I would have ended it. So
There you
it's
go.
A big thing to me.
It's true. I know that.
So I just always like to add that.
Boxing beats streets, doesn't it? So
Yes.
we go ahead with that plan, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? You've lived the streets, so you know that. You know what we've been through. But it pushes us to go further, so let's just go with that, yeah? You know what I mean? Let's just go with it.
Absolutely honoured to say I've watched you grow the past years I've known you. Even saying I've sparred with a world champion. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, thank you, and I'm really, really happy for you.
It's really nice of you to say
thank you,
that.
Maddie. Thanks
That's
so
really
much.
nice, Maddie, of you to say that.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll get you in next week if you're available.
Oh God, I might be a bit rusty, but why not?
Exactly.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Ian.
Thank
you, brother.
Thank
Right, beautiful. I'll let you speak to everybody.
Keep it up, mate. Yeah, keep it up.
Maddie, thank you.
MM Media, Maddie.